Good morning. We are the life motivators. We're the ones that come in here each day to give you love and our inspiration to kickstart your week. It is a Monday for most, and a lot of people have the blues. But we're going to show you start how you can have fun each and every day when you wake up. Because how you start your day and how you live your life is how you give the words to yourself. How do you align yourself? I've been talking to myself for many years. A lot of people thought I was crazy. Many times I'd be walking around the yard, around the house, doing different things, telling myself of things that I wanted to accomplish, things that I want to do, and this, that, and the other. And then before I long, I learned how to the power of the pen, to start journaling, to start moving my life into that different direction of happiness, of that joy that I wanted within my life on that time, day-to-day basis. So every day when we get in here, we start our day with I love you. And I want to tell each one of you that I love you today. Because why? Knowing what you want in life. Because you know what you want in life. You're knowing what you want to accomplish today. You know what you have gotten up this morning when your eyes are up. You knowing that the things that you have to go and make sure you take care of. You have your top priorities that you have to take care of. Your highest value. Once you accomplish those, the rest are just goals that you want to accomplish that's on that list today. If you get them all accomplished or you get some of them accomplished, awesomeness. If you don't get them all accomplished, remember this, it will be okay. We will get some other things accomplished. Now, when you're working on your career side today, when you get there, focus on your career when you get to that job site. You're at home this morning, you're getting dressed, you're getting ready, you focus on you, your family, and your life and everything that's going on in that homestead right then. When you get in the car, you're focusing on driving to work. When you get to work, what are you doing? You're going to focus on work, and you're going to be able to have a clear mind on everything you're doing there. Then when you leave in the afternoon, guess what? The job stays at the job site. When you go home, you're thinking about home. You're thinking about what you're going to do this afternoon with your kids playing football, or if you got to bring them to a dance recital, or if you're a single person, you're just going home to kick back and with a book or start working through some training on a business that you're building or something like that. That is when you'll focus on that. But you only focus on the task that you're at that hand. When you're driving, you need to focus on driving, not worrying about texting the phone and what's going through Facebook and scrolling and all that other stuff. You're focused on driving. When you get to your job site, you're focused on the task that you were hired to do for that skill level and talent that you have, that you're getting paid your monetary funds. So then when you're going home, then you focus on your fun time and the things that you want to do. When you're at work, we're not thinking about barbecuing this afternoon, because then guess what? You're not giving the true focus to what you were hired to do. When you get off this afternoon, then you go focus about barbecuing. Then you go. Yeah, then he talks about barbecue. Look at there. Tennis got a barbecue going on already. It's the little things in life that you have to pay attention to, the smallest detail. And it's those little details within your life on a day-to-day basis. We had told a story in here not too long ago about a bunch of veterinarian students going to class, and there's a cow on the table, and the vet tech tells them you can't be worried about things that you see or smell with an animal. You have to keep a calm, collective face and statue at all time. So what did he do? He flipped the sheet back on a cow, and then he said, "This is a cow right here. He's been dead for a couple of days, and we're fixing to embalm it." He said, "I want you to be able to pay attention, to don't be sickened by all kinds of things." So what did he do? He stuck his finger in the behind of the cow, and then he licked his finger. And he told the rest of the class, you can't be sick. You can't be worried about something like that. That shouldn't disgust you. Now, every one of you try that right there. And they was all, belly aching and all complaining, this, that, and the other. But guess what? They did it, and then they licked their fingers. And all of a sudden, now they're spitting and gagging and puking all over the place. And then they get themselves all cleaned up. And then the vet tech told them, you need to pay attention to detail, because it is the smallest details in life that will grab you that you need to understand. He said, because y'all didn't pay attention that I used this finger, the forefinger, to go in, and I licked my middle finger. So pay attention to the smallest detail, guys. The little things in life is going to get you where you need to go. If you're going to an event, then you need to make sure that you listen to where it's at, what time's it at, what the address is, what building is in, what floor is it on, things like that. So that way, when you show up, you don't show up at a stadium on the other side of town. You actually show up at the location where you're supposed to be, because of the smallest detail, the little things. And all the time we hear conversations and we hear stories and people talking all the time. But yet, how much of that conversation did you actually absorb? Because they may have given you some instructions in there. They may have given you some good details about themselves in there, about what they're doing in life or what they would rather do in life. And it's the little details when you're having a conversation with someone that you can understand what they're going through, and you can be able to assist and guide them in the correct direction. Because if we don't pay attention to the details in the conversations that we're listening to, and not trying to solve the situation during the conversation, but actually listening like we're supposed to. When you listen to someone's story of the things that they're going through, you will see how it will be, beneficial to listen all the way to the end and not try to solve it on the first sentence. I had many people in my life that I've had to deal with that I had a full conversation that I needed to say or something that I needed to say, and it gave out the explanation of what, why, and when, and how. All of it right there in the story. But yet it wasn't going to give you the full realm of it until the end of it, because you didn't listen to the first how and the why we're having this conversation and how we're talking about all this right now. You didn't listen to the main part, which was the instructions at the end, or what I was going to do that would benefit both of us. All they were hearing what wasn't going to benefit them at the very beginning. Pay attention to the details of the stories you tell yourself, that you're telling of the dwelling of crap over and over and over again. And if you notice, that story starts shifting and it starts changing and it starts becoming something that it wasn't even, because it has gotten so morphed for each person that you tell it to, because it is just a new excuse that you've been giving in life. Those excuses that we've been giving in life, they turn into stories of why you can't do something. They turn into stories of, oh, well, this person did that, which isn't allowing me to do this. Or this person didn't do that, and that's not allowing me to do this. Well, if you're waiting on someone to do something and you have the physical ability to do it, go do it. Don't wait on somebody else to do something that you need to have done that's going to move your life in the direction where you want it to go. If I sat here and waited on each and every one of the individuals that I talked to move their life into getting into the business or starting their own business or working with us through the mentorship, but yet it takes many times and many people before they kick their own self to say, you know what? I should have listened to that kid a year ago. Oh, should have listened to him 3 months ago and I wouldn't be in the position I am now. Wow. If I would have just implemented that little bit that he told me back then, I wouldn't be having the same conversation over with him again and again. Because we hear those stories. And each time we get on the phone conversation with somebody, and it's always the same story over and over and over. Are you wanting to live that Groundhog Day anymore? What are you wanting to do with your life? Julio said that yesterday. What are you wanting? What do you want to do? And I just put it on the end of it today in a nice post. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want it to go? How big do you want it to be? What do you want it to grow into? What do you want to start learning? What kind of adult do you want to be? How good of a father are you going to be? Or mother? Are you putting the good energies into that part right there, the good vibrations into being the best adult that you can be, so your kids can watch you grow and morph into something better, and is what it's going to do to make them even better. Because if you live that willy-nilly life that I talk about, what are your kids going to live? That willy-nilly life. Oh, my dad lived it like this for so long. He did all right. Because your dad didn't know how to give the true direction, how to give the true guidance, because he didn't know how to guide himself. So as fathers in here and as mothers in here, we're learning how to guide ourselves into a better direction, knowing we don't have to live that Groundhog Day anymore, knowing that we can do something more on a better basis every day, knowing that we can inspire others to be great within their talents, the talent I may lack, but I can see it within that person. So what do I want to do? I want to nourish that person because they have that talent and they like it. It's their passion and it's uplifting them. Guess what? It may benefit me in the long run because I might learn something. Because every day I am learning something new within this life. And I promise you, I will not go out of this life and I will still be learning till the day that I go down. Even if I have to relearn how to tie my shoes during dementia, it's okay. I'm learning something new today. If I'm learning how to rewrite a book or reread because the dementia has kicked in, it's okay. In my mind, I'm learning something new today, right? The little things, you never know what's going to happen, guys. We didn't know how to walk or talk, didn't know how to, ride a bike, read a book, or even write a book. We didn't know how to do all that. We have learned that, and we're only evolving. There's people in here that are just now learning how to play instruments. There's people that are just now learning how to actually do artwork and draw, and they like it. They may be in their 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s. It doesn't matter. When you get away from working for someone and you actually have your time back, what do you want to create? When you're actually be able to wake up and you don't have to get up and get dressed and rush off to a job site like we always have since the day we graduated high school, some of us. With that right there, when you can have that time freedom, what are you going to create? What are you going to do? Are you just going to lounge around the house all day and look at the flower beds? Are you going to create some beautiful flower beds? Or the house addition that you wanted to build, you're going to work on it. You might be somebody that likes to work with metal. You might start working with metal in your metal shop, just to tinker, just to have something to do. You might like to rework little motors. You might like flower shops, be a florist. You might open your own flower shop. Who knows? When you have your own time freedom back to do what you truly like, do you really know what you're going to do? It's been something different for me. I've never had time freedom like this. And the last 2 years to have time freedom, I'm wake up in the morning times wondering, well, what am I going to do? I like to go fishing, so I fish a lot. So that in turn brings my camera with me. So I can get to go take my camera and, so I'm working and I get to go fishing. Wow, right? I like to do different artworks. I do stuff with spray paints. And then I did, an artwork for a friend of mine the other day on the side of her fire pit. Why? Because she's, it's just, I want to do something. I want to do some stone. I want to do some mortar. I want to do something. I said, well, let me play with it for a minute before you cover it up, if you do stonework. And now that I did that artwork on the side of it, she's not going to cover it up with stonework now because she likes it. It was something different. It's not something you're going to buy at Walmart. It's not something you're going to buy at your local big hardware store. The things that you do with your hands is things that people can't buy. It's things that not mass produced. These hands right here and this brain right here, you can create all kinds of things. Not everything has to be bought. Just the things to make what you're wanting might need to be. Kind of like Benjamin Franklin and the light bulb. He had to find that little copper wire. He had to find that perfect little glass. He had to find that perfect little metal to make them all interconnect to right. But if he would have stopped on that 90th time of trying to create what he had within his mind, we wouldn't be having these lights that are shining on me today, or all y'all. We would still be having candles and little oil lamps. So just know the creative ideas you have within you will go until the day that you die. They didn't come into this brain, into this earth, into this world with you to just sit back and just relax. They're always throwing ideas at your head. There's always something going on what's inside of you. And you see it all the time by something of a color that you like, a shirt that you like, a car that you like, a front door that you like. Oh, you like the window, the way that it's laid out in the wood frame or whatever it is. The architecture work from, in Chicago where Julio's at. That's the Al Capone days. That's the days where the brick and the masonry people, they took pride in their work. And some of the things in the tunnels and the craftsmanship and the layout and the way it's done, that was pride in a craft that they had. That brickwork is pride in what you're doing. And if you're someone that builds homes, that's pride in what you do. If you're somebody who is building the Lamborghinis or the Rolls Royces, leathering, sewing those seats together, every one of those seats are hand stitched, not by a machine, by a person. And if it doesn't have the quality within it, guess what? He gets to do it again until he gets it right. So are you getting everything right in your life? No, not yet. But guess what we're doing every day? We're getting better and better at making us right, making us better every day. Keep up that good journey on that right there. Having fun in everything that you're doing, and know what you freaking want within this life today. And no one is going to deter you or take you away from making that happen within your life. If you let somebody remove you from your happiness, or if you let somebody remove your good energies, you let them steal your joy and your happiness. Nobody else did. You did it. So take the choice to allow those that you want to commingle with and co-create with understand your ideas and what you're wanting. If they're not in the receiving mode and they're nothing but somebody who bashes everything that you ever say, is that somebody you want to bring out a new idea to? No, because
hey, Thomas, remember yesterday? We don't have to receive that energy. We don't have to receive that energy.
yes, yes, because that's the good thing. We did learn yesterday. You know, Buddha said it the best to one guy when he come in there griping and complaining about something. And he said, I do not have to receive your energy today. You don't. Receive yours, know yours, harness yours, grow with yours, bring you in the direction where you want to go. Fill in your life, your cup, your heart, your mind, your thoughts, and that face with smiles, happiness, and joy in everything that you're doing. And have fun with it. This is an awesome journey. And it's a great day to have a great day every single day. And I don't care if you got to spray paint it on your ceiling. This is my life. This is my journey. So when you open up your eyes in the morning, you can see it across that ceiling right there. This is my life. This is my journey. I will enjoy it to the fullest because I am empowered by his love from the day that I was born, and he has never left me. No matter how dark I think my days have been and how many times I've thought I've walked along, he has been right there within you the whole time. You've never been alone. And guess what? Those memories of the loved ones that you have lost in your past, those that have touched your heart in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it was a loved one or a friend, they're still with you. They never left you either. They've been right beside you, enjoying this journey that's unfolding, the things that y'all have dreamed about and talked about way back then. They may not be here with you today to be able to enjoy it, but yet they're working in the background with you to keep it rolling, to keep you going towards that joy and that happiness. I just have fun with this every day, guys. The love with y'all, this enjoyment that we have with here, this commingling we have, the people that we're able to assist and, make it to a bigger version, the better version, the best version, because there's only one you. There's only one physical body that you will ever have that's walking on this earth today. Enjoy that physical body. Give it everything that it needs. You need sunshine. You need food. You need hydration. And you need love to yourself. The rest will flow. And those that will feel your energy, they'll flow with you. Till then, keep rocking out the best you. Love and appreciate you all. Julio, what you got, brother?
Well, Thomas, people get themselves into the right emotional state, mental state, based off of what? How they think, man. We talk about it all the time. So what do you think of yourself? What is the story that you're telling yourself? That's a continuous thing. That's a continuous a journey. I don't even want to reference it as a struggle, guys, because if you view it as a struggle, then it becomes a struggle. So you have to be cautious of the words that you're choosing to speak over anything. That's why I speak it and I tell you guys all the time. You have power in your words. It's very important to speak the right things over yourself. I've caught myself saying the wrong things. Thomas, you've made me more aware of that, of the things that come out of my mouth. It's so important to speak the right things over yourself. The right encouragement to operate in the right form of spirit, the right form of motivation, the correct will. When you wake up in a rut, when you're in a rut, stop thinking so little of yourself. Think better things of yourself to get yourself out of a hole of depression, of thinking negative things, of functioning under negativity. What spirits are you under? What spirits are you around? What are you aware of? What are you not being aware of? What are you subjecting yourselves to? Our eyes and our ears are the windows to our soul. So what are you depositing in there? You know, that's something you have to consciously be aware of. Something that I've been meditating on personally this morning, and I felt like it's God just checking me, the creator of the heavens and earth checking me, the created. You know, where's my heart at? I have to make sure that my heart is always in the right place, guys. You know, we talked about that yesterday as well, Thomas. You know, we mentioned that briefly. You know, people can sense when you're not being authentic. So are you being your authentic self? And I don't mean this from a perspective of complimenting somebody else or helping somebody else, but I mean that from the form of helping you, helping yourself. You know, are you putting your best foot forward in everything it is that you do? Are you trying your best? Are you doing your best? Are you challenging yourself? Are you growing? Are you maturing? You know, are you living your life, or is it, you know, that anxiety filled, stress filled, overwhelmed, you know, woe is me, every day is hump day, life sucks, you know, like I don't even know why I'm here, you know, kind of mentality. What's the story that you're telling yourself? How are you functioning in this thing we call life? You know, it's important to be in alignment. It's important to be the best version of you. It's important that when you get up in the morning, you express gratitude, you know, to God, to the universe. Hey, thank you that I am alive. I thank you that I have breath in my body. Perspective is everything, man. The more your perspective is changing, the more your perspective is growing, the more your perspective is maturing, the more your awareness is elevated, the more you see, the more you realize. You know, there are those, let's pretend for a second that there is a code to be cracked in life. And each and every day that your perspective has changed, and each and every day that your perspective has grown, okay, that special code can only be cracked by somebody who can operate under pressured conditions. That special code can only be cracked to somebody who knows what they're doing, a person of expertise. Guess what? What other person of expertise knows you better than you? So guess what? You're the perfect person for the job, whoever you are, sir, ma'am. You're the perfect person to crack the code of your own life so you can get yourself out of depression, get yourself out of a hole, get yourself out of thinking incorrectly, and get yourself into thinking correctly. Pretend for a second that I'm a master craftsman and I crack safes. I have to sit there with a small little what is it? What's the stethoscope? Is that what it's called? You know, sitting there on the actual safe, going click, 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 clock. Oh, yep, that's right. All right. Let me turn the other way. Click, 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 clock. Oh, yep, right there. All right. You got to sit there and you got to play with it. Well, your life is like that. You have to, there's slight little adjustments you have to make here and there and here and there. And your life goes in seasons, man. The same way that we operate in seasons, and no matter what place you live in here on earth, your life operates in seasons. So you have to be in sync with the seasons of your life. Things come and go. So because things come and go, you have to be ready. You know, you have to be telling yourself a good story, getting yourself prepared. Be ready in and out of season of life, person. You know, if you're continuously focused on the negative, if you're continuously focused on depression, if you're continuously focused on the things in life that you don't want, you will continue to manifest those things, my friend. You're not going to manifest great things. You're not going to manifest the things in life that you say you want the most and that you're so passionate, you're so desperate for. You know, you'll do anything to get it. You will never achieve that, my friend. And I'm not saying that from a negative connotation at all. I'm saying that if you think in such a way, if you operate in such a way, you will not achieve that. You have to operate in gratitude, operate in the more, operate in abundance, operating and speaking life over yourself, operating in flow. Otherwise, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're hindering yourself. You're stopping yourself. You're slowing your own progression. You wanted to add something to that, Thomas? No?
No, just no.
Oh, I thought you raised your hands for a second and then put it down. No, but it's up to you. It's up to you, guys. We come on here and we motivate you and encourage you. Sometimes we ramble. Sometimes we tell you our life stories. We tell you little tidbits of experiences that we've gone through. But all of it is the journey. It's all the journey that we've gone through in order to come to the realization of where we're at and what we speak about every single morning. What we speak about here. Whether it be business or whether it be personal, whether it be mental, whether it be spiritual. We're not pushing our will upon you. We're simply telling you by our testimonies, by our experiences, by what we've been through, by what we know it works and what don't work. What's been proven, right? What's been proven by our lifestyle, to be successful or a lack thereof.
And that's a whole different story in itself right there when you want to go talking about success. Julio has a different level of success that he wants within his life and his mindset. I have my level of success that I want within my mindset. Shannon has a different one with what she sees success at. Same with Christy and Carola and Roger. We all have our own levels of success of what we think success should be, right? Some people think that you having a big house, a nice big truck, big boats, toys, family, they think that is success. They think having all kinds of money in the bank is success, but we want to let you know that you waking up this morning, empowering yourself, getting yourself into that right mode, knowing that you are going to be the best version of you today, that is success as well. Okay? Many different levels that we all think of different things. Just, he has a nice car. Doesn't matter. I don't care if it says Chevy or if it says Benzo on it. Doesn't matter. If he is happy with what he is driving, then he is happy.
There's small successes. Thomas. Also, like, hey, what if you want to give up smoking and you were able to?
Yes, if you give up smoking, that is a success right there. If the alcohol, if you wanted to step away from that and you did, that's a success right there. If there's a book that you wanted to read and you accomplished reading that book, that's a success right there. Starting the training for building an online business through our courses, and you're going through it and you're staying diligent with it, guess what? That's a success right there. Being able to talk to people about the health and wellness products that we deal with, that's a success right there. Because all we're doing is giving out information, and when somebody makes an informed decision for themselves, because we didn't push something on them, all we did was give them informed information about the things that we have and the things that they can do as well as we did. And if they want to move forward and they do it, that's a success in their life. A child learning how to ride a bike. If you're not giving him kudos and telling him, awesome, that was great, you're not on training wheels anymore, that's success in that child's life. So that's where you got to start nourishing them right then and there. They colored you a beautiful picture that you're hanging on your mirror. It might be a bunch of freaking scribbles, but guess that's success within them of artwork that they gave to you. They felt good about it. They were happy about it. Same thing with your artwork. Same thing with your talents. Same thing with the animals that you work with and you keep them healthy and nourished. That's a success. Keeping you up and healthy in a better plane of field of life every day and inspiring yourself to do more because you are your own cheerleader, your own attaboy. You keep moving in life, then that's full success. Christy's up in Montana area. Yes, she's cold. I'm sure that they're already starting to get some cold snaps because they're too close to that Canadian border. Yes, and I'm sure my Canadian friends are starting to get some cool weather as well. Because it is that time frame, as Julio said a minute ago, we are all going through seasons. And each season of life, yes, it is cold. That is going to be more work that the Canadian friends aren't working outside, but what do they do inside? They work out inside. They take care of their bodies. They do the yoga. They do a lot of exercise. When we went to Canada, more people were more in shape up there than we are here in the States. Maybe because the winter times, they only get 3 months of summertime. We get 8 months of summertime. So big difference in seasons depending on where you're at in the States or in the country. So you're evolving in the seasons there as you're evolving with you within life. because I was going through my 20s, that was an evolving state. And then all of a sudden I had my children, at 25, and then boom, in my 30s and 40s, what was that? That was taking care of my children, evolving around them, having different successes with them and in their life. Now here I am in my 40s and my kids are grown and gone. So now it's right back to, where do I want my life to go? What do I want to do within my life? What do I want to accomplish now? Because my kids are grown and gone. So now it's back to me. And the question that we have been asking all of y'all, I ask myself that same question every day just as well. What do I want my life to be like? Where do I want my life to go? What do I want to do within my life? So I know what I wanted to do. I didn't before. I was at that crossroads in life, and it was like, where am I going? What am I going to do? I can keep working. I can keep killing myself out here for somebody else, but I didn't. I came in here and I started building a business for myself and learning something new. And now something that I can pass on to my children as they're getting a little bit older, starting to figure out their work ethic of life and what they want to do. Now I have something more that I can offer that I didn't before, because I have so much more within me that I didn't have before either. I wasn't in tune with this physical body. I wasn't in tune with my source energy. I wasn't in alignment with anything of my life at all. But now understanding the alignment, understanding the purpose, understanding my focus, understanding my drive, understanding where I want to go makes my life a whole lot easier. So when I get up on a day-to-day basis with a smile, I know the things that I want to accomplish, and I know what I can go out here and do in the world of reality now, that I'm not on a time clock for someone like I was before. There was many hours that I have lost within my lifetime because I was up before daylight and home after dark. Many hours that I gave my life to someone else, that I figured out that that is not what I wanted within my life anymore. How can I have my time back for me? How can I have my time to do the things that I want to do in the middle of the day on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? And now that I'm working for myself, all the days end in Y, and I don't care what the beginning of it is. The only reason I know it's Monday is because everybody is getting up and having to go to work, and I sing the blues. It was all over the place. Everybody got the Monday blues, so that's the only reason I know what day of a week it is. And really and truly, if I didn't come into these meetings, or, Carol didn't have to go to her, once she doesn't have to go to her jobby job anymore, then guess what? We will probably lose track of what day it is and probably what time it is. Why? Because that's the lifestyle I want to live.
I totally see you guys doing that. Wait a second. What month is it? How about that one?
Yes. We'll know what month it is because of the temperature change. And then that will let me know how far south I need to go during those months. Because the colder it gets, the further south I'm going. Right?
We're going to know what day and month it is only because we're going to be filling out so much paperwork for machines that it's going to be inevitable.
Yeah. But luckily,
that's a good point, Carol. I like that you put it that way.
Luckily, this thing has a calendar on it, so we'll never be lost. Yeah. So, power of the phone, power of what you have in your hand. Guys, it's been an awesome morning with everybody. Miss Shannon is ready. I can see her itching. She's going to give us some quick little affirmations. Some nature affirmations today.
I didn't really prepare anything. So, the month, I had to look it up. It's August. We have 4 months left of the year. What have you done for yourself throughout this whole year? Or have you been busy making other people happy? So you have 4 months left of the year, guys. I don't know. Start speaking good of yourself, affirmations of yourself every single morning. That's all I have.
There we go. Good affirmations over yourself every morning. Yes. You're writing them down. You're saying them to yourself, looking in the mirror while you're saying them, whatever, it doesn't matter. Give yourself the good words every day. Give yourself the good vibrations. You know where you want to go within this day because it's going to be a good energy flow. If you're going somewhere, a direction, and it doesn't feel good with inside, called that guided system, you may need to listen to your guided system sometimes. It will tell you if you're in the right place or the wrong place. It'll tell you if you're around the right people or the wrong people. You will feel the energies and emotions, like Julio said a while ago. If you're around a bunch of people that you don't feel comfortable around, you'll feel those emotions. Then what is that guidance system telling you to do? Get away. Go step into the next room. Go in the kitchen. Oh, I need to get me something to drink. You know, whatever you have to do, get away from the conversation because it didn't feel right. That emotional side wasn't there. Same thing with the places you're going each day. You know, if it doesn't feel right, why do you go? Oh, I need the monetary checks. I need the monetary funds. Find another job. That was a little easy there. Man, I could do that all day and charge for it too. Just by telling people, you don't like where you're at, go get another job. Yeah. My mom told me that all the time. You don't like the job you're at, go get another job. Okay. Get another job. And I bounced quite a bit, quite often. Did a lot of different crafts and trades. Why? Because I was still trying to find me and what made me happy. That was it. What was making me happy? Where do you want your life to go? And what do you want to do within this life? What do you want? It's the only question you need to ask. Me and Julio's been asking this question for quite a while. What do you want in your life? And if it's going to make you happy, go for it. If it's going to make you unhappy, don't go for it. Plain and simple. And yet if it's something new and you say it's hard, you've already put up the resistance. If it's something new, say, let me try this to see if I do like it. Maybe the best damn thing you ever did. You never know. So get off that behind. Write it down. There you go. Shannon's telling everybody, write it down. Write down those goals. Write down those dreams. Write down what you want to do. Write down those different thought processes that come to you willy-nilly throughout the day. Write them down. You know? And then before you know it, you're going to be able to look back in a month or two from now, and you're going to see what you have wrote down. It's like, you know what? I did that, and it was fun. Let me try that again. Hey, I want to do this. Write it down. And then now start taking some actions to move your life, because nothing comes in this life without action. Nothing will happen. You can speak voices all day. You can speak into yourself all day. You can walk around in circles in your yard talking about good ideas all day. But yet if you don't keep walking to somewhere to start grabbing something to make something physically happen, then things aren't going to move. If you don't pick up that phone to call that right person that's going to align you, then it's not going to work. How do you know you're going to call the right person? Because everything will flow. Everything will flow with a goodness within your heart. Everything will flow with the happiness of emotion. Everything will flow correctly. So that's when you know you're at the right place at the right time, to be able to talk to the right people, to be able to accomplish the things that you're wanting to do within your life, because you gave it good flow. And with that flow of not resisting and being in that ready state, because you've always got yourself in that ready mode. I'm ready to be ready for whatever comes to me. I'm ready to be ready for the abundance of what comes to me today. I'm ready to be ready for that new relationship that I'm wanting. I'm ready to be ready for that new career path that I'm going on. I'm ready to be ready to build my own online business. I'm ready to be ready to receive the information I need through the training courses to be able to build my businesses. And in that mode right there, you will always be at that point in life to do whatever you truly desire. That ready to be ready mode. It's a new sticker coming out soon. Ready to be ready to enjoy the abundance that's flowing to me. The abundance is flowing to each and every one of you. But some of you have put up resistance and roadblocks, and have been for many years, because you wasn't able to trust or love or receive some of the stuff that was coming to you from people, because either the way they presented it, it kind of threw up they were too pushy, and it threw up something else again of, don't push something on me. Somebody said the word of you should or you need. Once again, throws up a resistance to all of us. None of us need the words or have ever liked the words that you need to do this. We didn't like it from little kids, and I still don't like it today as an adult. And I still don't like it. You should be doing this. I didn't like it as a kid. I don't like it as an adult. Don't tell me I should be doing something with my life when your life is all screwed up. Don't tell me how I should be living my life financially when yours is all jacked up. Don't tell me how to have my relationship side of life when you've been married 4 times and divorced married and divorced 4 times. Not the people you want to listen to, is it? Not the ones you really resonate with. It's those kind of people that don't have the results or that success level that you see within your life that you want within yours. You may not be at that true success that you think you have within your life, but I promise you success is going to come in many forms, many shapes, many fashions, and it's going to evolve as you grow and evolve as well. Many people are happy with the success just to have a job, roof over the head, and a car, and food, belly. That's it. I'm happy. We're done. I don't need to go any more in my life. I promise you, you have many more talents in there, that there's many more things that you will accomplish. There's many more things that you will be able to do within this life besides just having a roof over your head, kids, and a car and a job. Because once you start working for yourself, then you will be able to evolve and create more. And then guess what? You're going to be elevating up within your life because you have given it that thought process. I'm not saying you're going out there living like the Joneses, but what I'm saying is you're elevating up in your life because you know where you were and you don't want to be anymore. So what was that going to be? If you don't want to be here anymore, then what are you going to do? You're going to elevate up, right? You're going to get to that point to where you're not in this depressed state anymore, this anxiety, this lack of thought process. All right, so you move to here. Do you move back down? No, when we move up in life, we only move up. And I'm not talking in a monetary funds up. I'm talking when you elevate your life to the frequency vibration of the thought processes you give to yourself and nobody else can harm you, you've leveled up. When you get to that next level, know that you can feel the negativity around you and you know you don't want to be with it and you know how to walk out of a conversation. You have leveled up because you know you don't want to live in that negative state or conversations anymore. And when you remove yourself from some of the friends that have that lack of mindset and they will never get out of it, you're not losing friends. You're just evolving your life to another state that they're not in. One day they may elevate up just as well because they're going to feel some of your vibrations maybe. There may be, what was you doing? You were down here always bitching and griping about life and everybody else around us with me, but you're not here anymore. Where are you at, buddy? And I say, hey, I found a different elevation to where I don't have to complain about everybody else. I figured that, all that conversations we were giving to bashing everybody else wasn't doing nothing but bashing us, and it made me feel bad. So I'm not going to bash anymore because I want everybody else to level up. And then they'll stop and they'll think for a second. You're right. We was bashing everybody. That wasn't bringing me anywhere. So now that friend may elevate up with you. If they don't, it's okay. If they do, it's okay. There's many people that we have within our lifetime that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis that are going through sicknesses or illnesses. They're on their last leg. Many people that we want to make sure that we get the good nourishment to them. We want them to just take this, use this, but yet they won't. There's nothing you can do. I have an aunt that's, got diabetes, real bad with it. Has got all kinds of health issues and problems. Told her to come get it, come get it, come get it. My mom is right down the road, 8 miles from your house. Go fill up the jugs every day. She did for 3 weeks. That's been 6 months now. And she only did it for 3 weeks. Am I going to push and push and push? No. I did my best to make sure that she had the correct information, the free ability to have it, and everything. No charges, just free ability. Just like we're doing it here every day with a lot of y'all, giving that away. But you can't or you can put the horse's head underwater. You're still not going to make him drink. Same thing with your friends and family. You can push it and pump it and give it and have it sitting there on the counters. And then you come back 3 days later and it's still sitting on the counter. It gets aggravating sometimes, but it's okay. You did your part. You gave the information. You leveled up. You did your best part. They didn't want to level up. It's nothing you can do about it, and don't get heartbroken over it. Just move on and be the best you that you can be. Keep inspiring others, because there will be people that will listen. There will be people that will receive. There will be people that said, you know what? Thank you for all the information. Thank you for the inspiring words. Thank you for the motivation every day. Thank you for everything that you're doing within my life. Just being a friend. That's a true friend. And whether I talk to you today and I don't talk to you from 6 months from now, and we pick up the phone and we have a conversation like we never left each other, that's a true friend. Not somebody who's trying to tell me how to live my life or how to direct my life. I've got my own problems. You got your own problems. Deal with yours, I'll deal with mine. But yet we can commingle and co-create together to make sure that we're staying on that higher vibration and not dropping back down. Keep working together with each other. But the best person you work with is you, your higher power that you have within you. Take the power of the pen and make your journey where you want it to go today. Nobody else is going to do it but you. Take action on it and make it happen. Love and appreciate you all, guys. We will see y'all tomorrow.